So because I like to be irritated, I went on Reddit the other day into the flipping, I think, subreddit, which is full of really bad advice. And here's an example. Someone posted a picture of them going to, I don't know, Kroger or an Aldi or somewhere that sells boxes for, or doesn't they don't sell, someplace that sells things that come in boxes. Edit that out. And they were saying, I saved so much money. I'm not going to edit it out. And they said, I saved so much money by going to Walmart and getting boxes. Blah, 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 blah. I've sold 20,000 things over the past 20 years. Look at me. I'm so smart. And everyone was saying, oh, wow, you're great. You're saving so much money. Okay, here's the truth. They saved at most $10,000 over 20 years. Okay? $500 a year. At most. Boxes were cheap 20 years ago. Trust me, I know. Boxes are still relatively cheap now. You know what's not cheap and never has been cheap? The time you spend going there and getting boxes, making boxes out of boxes to fit strange things. Franken boxes. And I get that if you're selling occasionally, it makes more sense, or if you're a beginner, it makes more sense. But in my lap, I have 4 boxes in one bag, and then there's another box I'm not going to put in my lap because it's too big to show you. But I'll tell it to you after I show you these things. And 99% of the things I sell fits in these things, and I buy them all in bulk, and I pay. I'll give you estimates on the price. I don't know for sure what I pay, but I'll give you a rough estimate, and if you know, I won't be off by more than 20 cents. So if that matters to you, I don't know, get a life. 9x12 poly mailer. Occasionally I'll get 6x9 bubble mailers, but I've just been using these and then buying 11/16 inch. Is that the small bubble wrap? No, 5/16. 5/16. This stuff. This small bubble wrap in large quantities, and wrapping things and putting them in this. My next supply buy, I'll buy more 6x9 bubble mailers, but for the most part, most books I sell, most DVDs, t-shirts, any plush animals that I've sold over the years. I haven't sold those in decades, but I mean, I'm giving you an example now of things that you can sell, just things that fit in these boxes. I can't tell you, these bags, I can't tell you how many books I've wrapped in butcher paper and put in one of these bags, and it's great. You put a book in a bag like this, you're going to get bad feedback. You wrap it in butcher paper and put it in a bag, all of a sudden it's an unboxing experience. People love it. The second common box I'm shipping things out of, 6x4x4. I sell a lot of sports cards, so a lot of sports cards go in here. Other small things. I sold a relatively expensive Rolling Stones cassette over the weekend, and it went in one of these. Small action figures, Game Boys, stuff like that. They'll go in this size box, and for the poly bag, I pay about $0.10 per, I think, and for these, I pay less than 50 cents. I'm pretty sure that I pay. When you buy, I bought 1,000 of them. I think it was $350 shipped for 1,000 of these. And then you have your 8x6x4. They're from Supply Hut. You know, I could go on right now and tell you the prices, but they'll change. So what I'll do instead is just link to these on Supply Hut. I'm pretty sure I'm an affiliate of them too, so if you buy it, I'll make some money. I buy these in large quantities, 8x6x4. So what's going in here is going to be calculators, video games, if they're like sealed and can't be put in a bag, will go in there. Action figures again. If I've got books, like heavy books, like sometimes I'll sell Bibles that are about this shape and they'll fit in here. How did I decide upon these sizes of boxes? I bought stuff from eBay, and when it was shipped a good way, I wrote down what they used to ship it, and then I bought those things. I guess honorary mention, 4.5 by 6.5 semi-rigid mailer. Boy, Amazon. I think again these cost, I don't know what they cost. They're cheap. I think they're either a nickel or a dime for these. They're not as cheap as envelopes. You know, envelopes are a penny a piece. The 6x4 envelopes are a penny a piece. But I got bad feedback for shipping a postcard in an envelope. Even though it arrived fine, I still got bad feedback. So I use these now because you have to appease buyers when they're dumb sometimes. Again, I buy these by the 10,000. So I didn't pay $1,000 for them, so they're not $10. Probably I think they're between 3 and 5 cents a piece. I'm pretty sure. Then you've got a 12 by 10 by 8. I did not get these off of Supply Hut. I don't think. I believe I got them off Grainger.com. Or no, sorry, Zorro.com, who drop ships from Grainger.com. Every once in a while, I'll get 20% off coupons at Zorro.com, and I'll buy weird size boxes because over $100 they do free shipping, which is, if you're buying boxes with shipping, you can get boxes for dirt cheap that way. And they'll send you 20% off coupons, and you can stack that with your free shipping, so it's good. And they're just drop shipping from Grainger.com. The reason I know that is because this box is the next size, and it says Grainger.com right on there. I looked. I mean, I don't know how often the prices fluctuate on Grainger.com, but when I looked the one time to compare, it was cheaper to use my discount code and get free shipping and buy off Zorro.com than it was to buy off of Grainger.com. This is a 18 by 12 by 6, but I didn't tell you what I ship in these. In these 12 by 10 by 8. These are also at Walmart for I think $1.06 individually. Although I think they're dimensionally, it's the same measurements, but I think they're different. I think that they're not. I think they're 10 tall, these are 12 by 8 by 10. I think the Walmart boxes are 12 by 10 by 8. If that makes sense. Video game consoles will go in here. Large lots of books will go in here. Occasionally, I will cut these boxes down to ship DVD, like Blu-ray players, small Blu-ray players. Any small electronics I get will typically go in here. Like I've sold like Fujitsu scanners. I've sold a few of those recently. Those went in boxes that were this size. That's pretty much it. It's not a really commonly used box, but like if I'm auctioning off a bunch of books or I'm auctioning off consoles, I use a lot of them, so it's kind of like a hit or miss thing. What I mostly use for electronics are these. The 18 by 12 by 6. And these are great for most electronics. I also have 24 by 12 by 6 that I have. I don't have them in stock right now. Occasionally I'll buy like 10 or 15 of those for very large DVD VCR combos, but I sell so few of those lately that mostly like if I have like a 3D Blu-ray player or a home stereo electronic type thing, they're gonna go in these 18 by 12 by 6 boxes. And then the other large box that I don't have to show you is 5 by 5 by 50. And that is what golf clubs will go in. And those are a bit pricier. I think they're closer to $2 a box, but you wanna buy them. Someone told me you can get tubes from the post office that'll ship priority mail, or maybe just I don't even know how that. I don't know what you can ship with. It used to be you do priority mail. I don't know if them changing to USPS GA has changed any of that. But I don't mess with that. So I buy my own box. It's just easier that way to have my own stuff in my own warehouse, and I don't want to have to remember to go down to there and, or go on USPS.com and put an order in or whatever. I do have a cache of flat rate envelopes in my warehouse. I'll use those rarely. Very heavy small stuff will go in there. I don't think I've used one this year. Maybe I sold a pair of jeans that they went in. I don't really sell a lot of clothing, so I'm not using a lot of those. And then occasionally, this is like the I told you don't make Franken boxes. Well, I'm, you know, I'm a hypocrite. So I've got a bunch of these bankers boxes, and they're, I don't know what size they are. I think 16 by 11. This is the top to a banker's box. And I'm going through now and destroying all my banker's boxes because I'm trying to clear this place out. And I will tape 2 of these together for oversized coffee books, which I've sold a lot of this year. A lot being like 5. That's the one thing that I do have to buy some like 11 by 16 by 2 book mailers. But for the time being, I'm Frankenboxing that. That's the one thing where, you know, everything I say, there's going to be I guess there's going to be an exception to it. But for the most part, have I paid 10 grand more than that guy on Reddit over the past 20 years buying boxes? Yes. How much time have I saved? And the answer to that is certainly more than $10,000. How many returns have I saved? Have I not had to suffer because I wasn't using a banana box from Kroger? Who knows? But just the time alone, I can guarantee you that if you are taking your resale business seriously and you don't want to spend forever driving around getting boxes from stores, and you want things to look a little bit professional when they arrive, and you don't want to deal with things breaking in transit or not having a box or spending 40 minutes making a Franken box for, you know, whatever you have to ship out, buy boxes. And again, if you don't know what boxes to buy something that you sell online, see what size box they use, and buy those boxes. See you later.